need some black vigilantes.
That's right.
People want to jump up and choke us and kill us for being loud. How about we do the same when they attempt to oppress us?
Right.
I'm tired.
All right. Before I get started, as always, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to our powers, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach HaKodesh. Hey, give a double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that have told us this truth that is constantly and well through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Hey, peace, mercy, and blessed to the beloved Akim that are out there pushing this word wholeheartedly in truth and in sincerity, that are not wavering to the left nor to the right, but constantly staying on that straight and narrow, fighting for your crown in these last days that we are truly living in. Even shalom to the few sisters, the Aguavs that are out there, and even shalom to the Israelite foreigners, those that may look like they're the nations, but their seed line goes back into our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I'm the brother Iraq, coming back with another lesson, low and edifying for the lambs of the Lord, which, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying, concise, and straight to the point, okay? All right, and as you see in the headlines, Daniel Penny, found not guilty, gets death threat from Black Lives Matter founder, okay? Which, you know, this is a part of prophecy, okay, that, you know, in the last days, okay, you have the head tribe of the so-called American Negroes in America, all right, which they being called so-called black people, okay? You know, they're at a stooped level, lowered themselves, okay? And when situations like this arise, all right, which, you know, you had this individual by the name of Daniel Penny who some time back choked out a so-called black man in the subway, all right, I believe out in New York, okay? He just recently got off, all right? So, you know, us being in a time of war, okay, not in a time of love or peace, these things are going to arise, all right, because ultimately Yahweh Bashim Shai wants war and chaos in these streets, okay? The Heavenly Father ultimately wants civil war, race wars, all right, riots, all right, things of that nature to take place here, all right? And that's exactly what's going to happen because it was prophesied, all right, in the scriptures to take place. Now I want to read right here in Isaiah 19, chapter 2. Isaiah 19, verse 2 in the GNT, all right, which is the Good News Translation. It says, the Lord says, I will stir up civil war in Egypt, okay? And America is known as Egypt, dealing with what? The bondage of the children of Israel that are held captive here. Not only is it the so-called American Negroes, but it's also the Northern Kingdom tribe brothers, okay, dealing with Ephraim, so-called Puerto Ricans, Issachar, the so-called Mexicans, Gad, the so-called North American Indians, Reuben, the so-called Seminole Indians, Asher, the so-called, you know, Brazilians, all right, and all the tribes are here, okay? We're yet this day in our captivity, as it's spoken about in the book of Baruch, all right, dealing with what the curses that we are under, all right? And the prophecies that are speaking, we're waiting for all prophecy to be fulfilled so that way we can get delivered, all right, dealing with the elect, okay? That's why we constantly put up, you know, shows and videos to warn and admonish and edify our people, okay? Because these words are living, all right? Every single word that is written in the Holy Scriptures, they are faithful and true, okay? And that's a part of our hope and our faith, right? Now it says, in turn, brothers against brothers and neighbors against neighbors, rival cities will fight each other and rival kings will struggle for power, all right? And that's what's taking place as we speak, okay? And, you know, this is just more fuel to the fire, okay? But ultimately, whether Esau has his hand in it, it ultimately stems from Yahweh Bashim Shai, right? So reading this headline right here, in an updated, Daniel Penny has been cleared of wrongdoing in the chokehold death of a mentally unstable man, Jordan Neely, after jurors sided with Penny's defense attorney, who had argued that the Marine veteran was justified in the rushing to protect fellow subway riders in May of 2023. All right, so pretty much he just got off. Okay, and you know, he looks like a so-called white man. All right, which they go back into the Edomites. Okay, that's the biblical nationality. But when these things take place, just like they have taken place before, you always have Jake that will rally together. And a lot of these organizations, especially Black Lives Matters, these are founded by Esau himself. All right, George Soros founded, I believe, Black Lives Matter. And then at first, you had two same-sex women that were as the leaders, but they ended up getting caught on, you know, charges because they were taking all the money unjustly and, you know, buying mansions and cars and living large, things of that nature. All right, you know, show you that the whole black culture, you know, Jake really ain't nothing, man, because they only care about themselves, you know, and that's what a lot of these organizations are just they're just a front, you know. Black Lives Matters don't really stand for so-called black people in America. Let's just keep that real, okay? But through emotions, that's how they target your emotions, you know, by setting these organizations to make you feel as if you have a voice. All right, let's watch this one too. This is his father speaking, Jordan Neely's father. Okay, let's watch this one.
I just want to say, I miss my son. My son didn't have to go through this. I didn't have to go through this either. It hurts. Really, really hurts. What are we going to do, people? What's going to happen to us now? I had enough of this. The system is rigged. Come on, people. Let's do something about this.
Let's do something about it. Too often, we have Eric Garner's mother here.
All right, which sometimes, hey, that's what it takes. It takes for the Most High to put the spirit on the Edomite to continuously do wrong to you, Jakes, for you to realize that the system has been rigged. You know, this ain't nothing new, that the system is rigged. All right, but Jake get too comfortable. So Genesis 49:1, and Jacob called unto his sons and said, gather yourselves together, that I may tell you that which shall befall you in the last days. Okay. Gather yourselves together and hear, ye sons of Jacob, and hearken unto Israel your father. All right. And this was our forefather Jacob prophesying of things to take place in the last days upon our people. All right, let's jump down to verse 8. It says, Judah, thou art he who thy brethren shall praise. Okay, because when you go into Judah, when you go into the Hebrew, it's Yahweh, meaning the Most High's praise. All right, you can hear the Most High's name, Yahweh. Okay, all right, which Judah became the head tribe over all tribes. All right, it says, thy hand shall be in the neck of thine enemies, thy father's children shall bow down before thee. Judah is a lion's whelp. From the prey, my son, thou art gone up. He stooped down, he couched as a lion, as a old lion. Who shall rouse him up? All right, and let's get that word, stooped. Okay, karai, which means to bend, kneel, bow down, sink down to one's knees, kneel down to rest, okay? And that's how Jake have become in the society. Jake has become so low level, low vibration, that they don't believe themselves to be kings. They don't believe themselves to be nothing more than what they've been bred here to believe, okay? Our people have been defeated mentally and physically, okay, with no hope. But through the Holy Scriptures, if your eyes are open, explain everything. That yes, we are the greatest people on the planet Earth, all right? And we understand why we're in captivity. And we also understand that there's a light at the end of the tunnel, that we're not going to always be here in Babylon the Great to suffer and be under these curses or under these heathens forever, all right? Yahweh Shai will return to what? Liberate the elect of his people, and to what? Set us as the pinnacle to the whole earth, all right? Which ultimately will be in our blessing, because right here, the word Korai, you could really say that it goes into the word blessing, because when you look into the word to be blessed in the etymology online, it means to bow down. So right now, Esau is blessed over us, you know, and like the so-called founder and leader of Black Lives Matter, he said, it is our turn for us to do unto them what they have done unto us, okay? Which show you that the Lord's going to have a great war here, all right? Everybody's going to be at each other's throat, okay? And it's just part of judgment that the Lord's sending upon this place, all right? And these Edomites are going to fight back, okay? And you Jakes are not ready ultimately, you know? Let me read this in the book of Genesis, the 4th chapter, dealing with Cain, okay? Because one thing about these Edomites is once a Jake does put an Edomite to death, all right, the whole world is against that Jake, and that Jake gets football numbers, or they just simply put that Jake to death. So it's gonna be a slaughter, it's gonna be a bloodshed out here, all right? This is Genesis 4, and let me get straight to the point. Verse 11, brothers already know the story. It says, and now art thou cursed from the earth, which hath opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hands. When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be in the earth. And Cain said unto the Lord, Yahweh, my punishment is greater than I can bear. Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid, and I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth, and it shall come to pass that everyone that findeth me shall slay me. All right, because at that time everybody had melanated skin, even the seed line of the wicked. Okay, and the Lord took the pigmentation from Cain, all right, which made him different from everybody else. And if you ever go into the animal kingdom shows you anytime that there's a white alligator, they call albinos, white tigers, white peacocks, all white, they normally don't last long in the animal kingdom, because they're looked at as different, all right? Their lifespans are always short. So Cain knew that anytime that dealing with the people of the land, because of his difference, they would want to slay him, but the Lord had to put a hedge over Cain. That's what these Edomites have today, a hedge over him, all right? And the Lord said unto him, therefore whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And the Lord set a mark upon Cain, lest any finding him should kill him, all right? So when Jake does put their hands to Esau, they get capital punishment, okay? But there will be a time where the Lord will lift that hedge off for Cain, All right. And ultimately, the elect will be able to get their hands on these Edomites. All right. Because these Edomites, the Lord's only going to allow them to exterminate the wicked 2/3 of our people. All right. And that's part of prophecy dealing with the book of Isaiah, I believe the 65th chapter. All right. And especially Revelation, the 12th chapter and the 12th verse. Okay. And we're expecting more things to spiral out of control in the coming days, all right, as we are itching closer to the end of this man's kingdom. Okay. But I want to read this in Isaiah chapter 65, verse 11. It says, "But ye are they that forsaken the Lord, and that forget my holy mountain, that prepare a table for that troop, and that furnish the drink offering unto that number." Okay. And majority of our people don't realize that you're getting ready to be a part of that slaughter, because you forgot your power. You forgot Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. You rejected him, so the Lord has rejected you. Okay. Reading on, it says, "Therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter, because when I called, ye did not answer. When I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before mine eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not." Okay. And this is the repercussion of you rejecting the words of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Okay. The Lord is going to allow these Edomites to ultimately take your life. Okay. And that's going to be sanctified ultimately from the Lord. All right. But you can see through the Spirit that the Lord is the one that's brewing this up. The Lord is the one that is causing these race wars to flourish. All right. Because the Lord wants chaos to erupt in these streets, confusion and death to be all throughout the streets of Babylon the Great, from the east to the west. All right. Bodies are going to hit the floor, and that's a part of prophecy. Understand the times that we are in is very important. All right. As it tell you in the book of Amos, the 3rd chapter. All right. Knowing what time we are in. Okay. Right. And knowing that what time we are in is what's going to be able to save your life, because you can prepare yourself and get yourself ready for the battle and not be a part of, all right, the slaughter that's going to take place out here. Amos chapter 3 verse 6, it says, "Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it?" Well, the trumpet is already being blown. Okay. But the people are not listening and not taking heed to the sound of the alarm. All right. Because they don't believe, okay, the type of time that we are in. All right. But to the elect are watching as well as praying, knowing exactly what type of time that we are in. Okay. As it tells you in the book of Ecclesiastes. Right. That there's a season and a time for everything. You have to understand what season and time that you're in. Ecclesiastes 3:1. "To everything there is a season and time, to every purpose under the heavens." Right? Let's go to verse 3. It says, "A time to kill and a time to heal, a time to break down and a time to build up." We're in a time to kill and not heal. All right? We're in a time of breaking down and not building up. All right? A time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance. All right? And great sorrows are coming. Weeping is coming. Laughter shall cease out of the streets of America. They shall want it, but not find it. All right. Verse 8, it says, "A time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace." Okay. And we're definitely not in a time of peace. We're in a time of war, great deception, evil, transferring of a new system that is going to oppress you even further than what you've already been being oppressed upon. All right? I have one more precept that I want to grab. Okay? Let me see. I believe it's Isaiah chapter 24. This is Isaiah chapter 24 and verse 10. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up that no man may come in. There is a cry for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. So there will not be, any rejoicing in the time of Jacob's trouble. But there will be hell and chaos, and only the elect are going to be allotted to be protected during those evil times. It says, in the city is left desolation, and the gates is smitten with destruction. When thus it shall be in the midst of the land amongst the people, there shall be as the shaking of an olive tree, and as the gleaning grapes when the vintage is done. They shall lift up their voice, they shall sing for the majesty of the Lord, they shall cry aloud from the sea. Okay? But only those that are going to sing for the joy of the Lord are the elect, because of the miracles of them turning back to Yahweh Shema Shah, the Lord is going to bless them with, and they're going to see in the time of what? Great evils. Lord willing, you have been edified. With that, Shalom.